Start. 2 seconds.
Yali ho. To ensure good health, eat lightly, breathe deeply, live moderately, cultivate cheerfulness, and maintain an interest in life. Good evening, everybody. I am Manisha Kapoor, a postgraduate in commerce and an intermediate company secretary, as well as I am a teacher and a learner at CPS Gatlodia. Wholeheartedly welcome you to this informative session, Health is a Treasure, Preserve It Teaches, and I am going to be moderating the session today. We are celebrating the Teachers' Day along with Nutrition Week from 1st to 7th of September. We know that when we are healthy and fit, we enjoy our life to the fullest. For working professionals, being healthy is an important factor. How to be healthy? It's a question which keeps hovering in our minds to make us aware of healthy diets, physical fitness, lifestyle and weight management. I call upon our today's guest of honor, Ms. Neha Dubey Pandey, a clinical dietitian and an entrepreneur. Ms. Neha, a postgraduate topper from Manipal University, having an overall experience of 15 years in multifaceted fields and practicing as clinical dietary consultant, conducting lifestyle and weight management programs for women and much more. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome my co-teachers, Ms. Sheetal Shah, founded member of CPS and having an association of more than 11 years with this prestigious institution. Ms. Kamini Bhatt, passionate and hardworking teacher, having an association of 8 years with this institution. Your contribution to the school is praiseworthy.
Thank you so much, Manisha ma'am. Thank you so much. And a very healthy good evening to all of you. Today we are discussing a topic, a very healthy topic, all right? So for that, I need to speak one quote on that. We stop focusing on how much we eat, but we should start on what we eat. Exactly, all right? So I, Shweeta Shah, welcome Neha Dubey Pandey, ma'am. It's my pleasure to be part of this live session. We are trying to discuss today's topic with a lots of questions. Healthy diet. We all are looking for that every time, every day. So we have some questions, ma'am, for you. We teachers, women are multitasker, carrying out various activity on and off the workplace. Do you think we women give less importance to keeping good health, accomplishing our daily work as routine persists on day-to-day basis?
Obviously, yes, because I totally agree, because I am actually handling lots of things, and even being a health expert, I also find sometimes that I'm not able to match certain level of health factors, because we females are like, we are business leaders, we are entrepreneurs, we are educators like yours, right? We are inventors. But when it comes to health, we overlook everything, and when it comes to a priority list, we always keep us on the lower bottom side. So we should always be very careful about our health, that is for sure. And as we are all are here to discuss about the facts, like, why health is important for a female or for a, the teachers like you who's having a sitting job. So whatever doubts you have, you can ask me one by one. So it would be easy for me to tell you and to explain you in details.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you. Ma'am, we learned many things today from you. And my question is that, ma'am, how can a dietitian help for the female?
Hello. Yeah, I think there is a network issue. Can you please?
Hello.
Yes, it's
Hello.
clear now.
How? Okay, may I repeat again, ma'am?
Yeah, please.
Okay. how can yes, okay. How can a dietitian help for the female diet?
Okay, that's a very good thing. Actually, a dietitian or a health expert only can actually help you in this. Because we are the ones
Yes,
who is
ma'am.
actually going to tell you the facts and the fictions about food. There are certain fictions when people think the superfoods are good and this broccoli is good, high five foods are good. But being a health expert, we will discuss it today, like how to keep yourself healthy in a very good way. Like if you want to follow a diet, and if you are coming to a dietitian, or if you are going for a health expert advice, we will always tell you to stick to your diet. The timings are very important. And the teachers like you are into like education timings, you don't have any particular time, right? Because you
Yes,
have
ma'am.
continuous classes. So I always suggest teachers, like always keep an alarm in your phone while during the class. That alarm will ring, so that it will remind you to have this on time. Because the सबसे अच्छी बात ये है कि we have phones nowadays. Earlier it was not there. So it is very easy to keep a phone along with you, keep an alarm, and keep a small boxes, like a dry fruit box and a one apple along with you, like any fruit, whatever is comfortable for you. So these are the very small things you can have it in between on your snack period.
Yes, ma'am.
Right? Yeah.
Right. Ma'am, as you said, we all are trying to plan our diet. We need to do and we have to do. So, as per my concern, I'm thinking about if I'm thinking about my diet plans and what
Right.
do I need to know and how do we have to bring the plan into the actual practice, because plans are always on the paper or in our mind, but
Yeah.
actual
It's not
practical
working
process.
practically. It's
Yeah.
not
Please
working
help us in that.
See, I would say nowadays everybody is educated. They know what is carbohydrate, they know what is protein, what is fat. And you, being yourself a teacher, you know what is the importance of everything, right? You teach your kids. But I would say practical diet is very important, not the fiction diet. Even diets are available on Google nowadays. It is on net. You find the Google, it will show you 1200 kilocalorie diet, 13 kilo 100 calorie diet. But when it comes to a practical diet, in fact, you won't believe I am into something where I have invented a couple of things through Ayurveda. You can follow any of your diet. You can eat roti, sabji, you can eat aloo also. But at the same time, if you know how to consume herbs and spices on time, you will be able to maintain your weight and to lose your weight. For that you need to meet health experts personally, because every person is different, every body is different, every metabolism is different. So if anybody wants to stick for a practical diet, they have to meet in personal, because then only we will be able to understand your problems, your work routine, your activity level, and what sort of exercises you are doing. So it is incorporated all together.
That's true. That's true.
Yes.
Ma'am, and my one more question is about nowadays so many supplements are available in the market. So
Yeah, I know. That's a
yes,
very basic
what
question.
supplements should we take? I mean, so many supplements are there.
True. See, being a female, I would say the calcium is very important, because once we cross 30, earlier it was 35 plus, because the quality of food what we had, it was good. But nowadays it's not good. So I would say after 28 only, we should start taking supplements, which is calcium, iron, folic acids, omega 3. I know these are the terms I'm using, but I will definitely tell you कि आप किस food में या किस dry fruits में you will be able to get all these things. And in general, when you ask me कि what supplements, and nowadays, the supplements are available in the market, which is calcium and vitamin D all together. We should actually consume all the supplements in a day, whether it's calcium, whether it's iron, whether it's omega 3. But obviously, omega 3 ka as such koi tablet nahi aata, which is easily available in your what you call walnuts and flax seeds and all. And if you want to talk in detail, I can tell you that also. No problem. But the supplements, what you need, is like protein, carbohydrate, which is coming through the food, right? And the supplements, which is vitamin D, calcium, iron, and omega-3, which is from the tablets. Because it is easily, it is easy for you to consume at one go, but the timings are different. In a day, there's a time for the calcium, and the time of like seeds, the timings are different.
Ma'am, here I would like to ask that if supplement we start taking, should we continue with the same the life? Because we heard sometimes the same, same type of maybe humor or some meat maybe, that if I take a calcium tablet, so I need to take for the longer time. It is like that, or only just I can take on and off?
No, it's like sunlight, there is no extra sunlight we can consume, and there is no extra sunlight is harmful, right? Same ways, if your body is burning calories, if your body is, your bones are demineralizing day by day, right? To strengthen your bone, to give strength to your particular bone, to your joints, you need calcium to repair your bones. एंड ऑब्वियसली अपना फोन में जब हम किसी किसी का आई थिंक पोस्ट पेड प्रीपेड होता है, आई डोंट नो, बट यू हैव टू रिचार्ज, राइट? यू हैव टू डू द टॉप अप. Same ways, our body is like a phone. You have to give top. Otherwise, it won't work properly. There's a particular time you have to give additional nutrients from the outside. So and no supplements are harmful unless and until you are taking it through the prescription. You are taking it through the experts, like the gynecologist and the health expert, the physician. They are going to give you the right prescription, as per your requirement. Because मैं ये भी नहीं बोल सकती कि same level of calcium you all three need it.
Right.
हो सकता है आप में से किसी को थायराइड हो, किसी को डायबिटीज हो, किसी को बीपी इश्यूज हो. So it varies from.
Ma'am, we heard so many things.
Hello. Yeah.
Hello.
Yes, please tell me.
Yes, ma'am. We heard regarding calories so many things. In the Google, if we search, then you intake this type of calorie and you take this type. So how many calories intake would be advisable, and how can we count? Means each and every home and each and every one's lifestyle is different, and how can we?
See, that's a very good question. But if we are talking in general, I would like to tell you, the calorie requirement for a female, if the female is 19 till 51-year-old, that she needs like 1800 to 2400 kilocalorie per day. But if we are talking to a man 19 till 51, it's 2200 till 3000 kilocalories per day. But when it comes to children or an adolescent, then it is 1000 till 3200 kilocalories per day. For us, it is very easy to give you the figure, but to understand that calorie requirement is very important.
That's
true. And after this session, I would like everyone to call me personally. I would like to give you the diet, not with the charges, without charges, but you should know what kind of calories you should consume, what sort of the vitamins and minerals are required to your body to repair. And through this COVID period, you should know what kind of antioxidants you should also incorporate in your diet. So that's a very good thing. You guys are into healthy talk. So
that's true. Ma'am, one more question. That when we plan our meal, we are trying to stick on that, but that we are somewhere hanging out outside with the friends and taking a junk food, sometimes oftenly, sometimes we restrict ourselves. So how do we stick to our plan? That's a meat plan, like what we are trying, what you suggest every time to your patient as well, clients.
Yes, that's a very frequently asked question, actually, because all the clients, what I have, the patients, I would say, because when they go out, everybody has a social life. And actually, I'm a kind of person and a kind of health expert. I always believe you should go out, you should enjoy your meal, whatever things you want to eat, you eat. but at least you should know when, where, and what kind of duration you are keeping. When I suggest a diet to the clients, you can ask any of my clients. I give them cheat days, in fact, in weeks. Every week they can go out and have food outside. But the best remedy for that, I'm going to disclose today, is like, whenever you are planning to go out for a meal, right? Like I say, if you are planning, it's better to go in the lunch timing, because throughout day you are going to burn half of your calories, whatever things you have consumed. And after that, you can do one more thing. Whenever you start your meal, whether it's a dinner, whether it's a breakfast, whether it's lunch, always have 2 glasses of warm water before your meal. Whenever you go for a lunch, always order 2 glasses of warm water and then start your meal. So that gives a little bit of fullness in your stomach. That is the reason people, they order soup. That is the reason, but somehow it increases the appetite level. But ye ulta kaam karta hai. But when we talk about water has tremendous benefits, and we are consuming warm water. So it is going to give you the fullness of feeling. So you can do that next time.
Thank you so much.
Right.
Okay. Ma'am,
Ma'am,
there is, yeah, please, ma'am. Kamini, ma'am, continue.
yes, ma'am, I think you have so many clients and so many people came to you. Have you ever had a client who was difficult to work with? How did you handle it?
Okay, with a good smile. Because see, same like your profession, you will
Same
get
as
all this. Obviously, because you have lots of kids to teach. All kids are different. Some of them, they behave nicely, some of them they behave weird, sometimes they are very stubborn. So same ways, I do have clients, but I love all my clients. I don't have any things to say. But yes, I have working professional clients, those who are like little bit tough, I would say, because they expect results. After consulting a diet, they expect results overnight, though they are not following the diet. They are not sticking on the time, and they are not following the proper routine. The routine is very important. So if I would say, if I have a client like a lawyer, they have hearings in the court. So sometimes they don't have fixed timings. So what I have invented after that, I have invented couple of powders, so they can help you out to lose weight, easy ways to lose weight. So these are the things I have done, throughout this COVID, because I got these types of questions very frequently. So I thought it's better to come up with a solution. So I deal with a client with a good smile, and they get the results afterwards. But they are a little bit impatient, sometimes. It happens.
That's true, ma'am. Really, we are so lucky to have you. So such a nice and wonderful ideas we are having. Ma'am, there is a word we are, heard everywhere now. There is I can say, the simplest word with the difficult meaning, maybe organic.
Oh.
Everywhere, organic. And once we have that organic, we are such a way, we are happy to have that organic. But today I want to ask you, is food label organic? Are nutritious?
See, personally speaking, if we are discussing about the organic things here, it's a very vast subject, because
Is that
organic. Yes, I would like to tell you, because I had one live session specially on organic, 1 hour only for organic, and there's no limit, because nowadays everybody is behind health. We are running around. End of the day, when we come home, we go to the grocery shop and we say we want organic jeera, we want organic dal, we want organic atta. What is organic? The organic word comes from where the soil quality, the fertilizer quality, where they don't have pollution, where the crops are grown, they don't have that, the environment where it is affecting. And when it is not all non-organic, it is mean like कि normal अपने जो खेत में अनाज उगता है, उसे हम नॉन ऑर्गेनिक कहते हैं. वैसे उसे कोई पर्टिकुलर एनवायरनमेंट नहीं मिल रहा, उसे किसी पोल्यूशन से ढाका नहीं जा रहा है. We are putting a lot of pesticides. So I would say organic farming or organic products are actually organic and they are healthy because when we consume organic food, they are less polluted, less anti मतलब उसमें ज़्यादा हम toxins नहीं होते हैं, pollution free environment में वो grown होता है, and the best part is it has been covered and approved by government. So it has been approved by lots of policies through government.
So, ma'am, is there any way to find out is this the right organic product, or we know that there are
Yes, there are
chances to have a fake organic as well?
No, there is no fake organic things because if somebody is coming up with a fake products, they are going to be behind the bars.
But
Because there are
being a
labels.
yeah, being a customer, how could we came to know that it's a organic product? If you
See,
suggest.
always organic food के पीछे orga होता है. Orga, it's ORRGA, means it's organic farming, government approved. Whatever the product is, that is the last initial for that. और कभी भी अगर सामने ऑर्गेनिक लिखा हुआ है ना, तो इंडिया में शायद पॉसिबल हो सकता है, बट आई थिंक फॉरेन कंट्रीज में तो इतना जल्दी ये सब नहीं मिक्सअप होता है. बट हियर ऑब्वियसली यू हैव टू आस्क द गुड क्वेश्चन कि ऑर्गेनिक को पता कैसे किया जाए वेदर इट्स ऑर्गेनिक. आप जब भी कोई प्रोडक्ट लेते हो, उस प्रोडक्ट के पीछे इट्स ऑलरेडी रिटन, उसमें एक अप्रूवल स्लिप लगी होती है जो एक 3D कंटेंट के थ्रू यू कैन सी दैट द लेबल. जैसे आप उसे अगर ऐसे ट्विस्ट करेंगे तो वो थोड़ा शाइन करेगा, सो यू कैन सी वेदर इट्स ऑर्गेनिक और नॉट.
Okay.
एंड द प्रोडक्ट एंड द इंडस्ट्री इज आल्सो मेंशन्ड कि ये किस इंडस्ट्री से है. यू कैन गूगल द इंडस्ट्री नेम एंड यू कैन सी वेदर इट्स ऑथराइज्ड और नॉट.
Good.
Ma'am,
Right.
can you say something about our beauty? Because as you know, our schedule is very tight. And can you say something regarding beauty?
Obviously, this is my favorite subject. This is my favorite subject. As you can see that I have maintained a lot, even though I'm not that young, if I'm looking young. See, I believe there are certain things you can incorporate in your daily routine. I won't say कि आप बाहर जाइए, एक particular food लेके आइए, उसे powder बनाइए. There are lots of things available in the market. There's a very good thing available in the market which is called moringa powder. Have you heard about moringa powder ever? Moringa powder, the drumstick powder.
Oh, okay.
Okay. See, if you really want to be concerned about your skin, for your hair, and for the beauty, I would say moringa powder is the best thing. And the best part is moringa powder is something which has a hell lot of benefits. It has calcium, it has other good properties, it is going to be good for your bones, for your fat, for your hair, for your skin. So have 1 teaspoon of moringa powder with half teaspoon of lemon juice. Mix it, gulp it with warm water, and you are done for the day. You are targeting the calcium level, you are targeting the iron, and it has all good properties. So that is a very key point I have mentioned you right now. And you can incorporate around like 5 o'clock, which is easy for you. Morning hours are generally very tough and very busy for you guys. So around 5 o'clock, you give yourself a beauty time.
Good. Ma'am, only the last question from my side, that we all heard about one word called BMI.
Oh God, body mass index.
Body mass index. Now, how I would really ask you that how BMI correlate with the daily diet, routine practice, and how can we maintain?
See, again, this is again a very big subject because BMI is body mass index. Body mass index, like, as per an individual height, weight, we calculate. There is a formula, actually. We calculate and we give it to the client. But what you need to know as a layman, as a person who don't understand the formulas of creating a BMI, you should know which level you are into it. There are 3 levels of BMI, which is like, the underweight, normal, and overweight. The BMI is mass index. आपके body में overall fat कितना है, आपके body में overall muscles कितने develop हो रहे हैं. In fact, nowadays in the gym when you go, they first thing what they will do, they will take down your BMI. You know, so 6 months में अगर आप एक बार BMI कराते हो, it's enough. And but you should know what your BMI levels are, because you will come to know the fat content, muscle, and the visceral fat. Visceral fat is again your organ fat, which is nearby to your abdomen. So you should know all the things. And the second thing, what did you ask, ma'am? BMI is related.
How to correlate with the daily routine practice, and how can we maintain?
Yes.
If I am there to in a good BMI as per your chart, so how could we maintain that?
See, first of all, if you would like to know about the BMI, first we need to take down and to make out like what kind of BMI you are into it. First, we need to calculate everybody's height, weight, right? Which is difficult for me to do it right now, but I can tell you the ranges, because if it is like, 18.5, then you are into underweight zone. If it is 18.5 to 24.9, you are into normal zone. And if it is above for 29.9, you are in overweight. But to maintain, the best question is like, if you want to know, okay, your BMI should be normal or it is healthy, then what you have to do is every day, at least like, 60 to 90 minutes of walk you have to do. It's a general walk. You can divide your walk, you can do it 30 minutes in the morning, you can do, 40 minutes in the evening after dinner. So then only you can maintain, and with a very good, I would say a good healthy diet, because all of us know that 80% of your body is working on diet, 10% of your lifestyle, what sort of work you are doing, and 10% of your brain, what you are eating mentally and physically. And as you know that 600 kilocalories your brain consumes every single day. So you have to give 600 good calories for your brain, which is so much required in your profession, especially if you're dealing with kids and you are into education. So you should know,
Thank you so much. We are really having a very good knowledge.
We
over
are
to
actually
Manisha,
having a
ma'am.
sort of time. Otherwise, I would have explained and elaborated you in that way, so that, whosoever is watching this video, they should know, why, what, when to eat, good things, bad things, and how to maintain a healthy lifestyle, being busy. Yeah.
Ma'am, we have some queries from our audience. We have some queries from our teachers. First question is from Nikita ma'am. She's asking, what is the age to take the supplements? What is the right age to take the supplements?
See, I would say generally when we say the right age starts with 18, I would say a 16 plus. Nowadays, because the females are dealing with lots of hormonal issues, I think that stress is a basic major part. 16 plus is the right age. But if he or she or a kid, if they are having some sort of clinical issues, like, कई बार होता है कि किसी को blood में problem होती है, किसी को by birth diabetes होती है, like, and किसी को हम जानते हैं किसी को BP के issues होते हैं, and somebody is underweight. So in that case, we plan a diet which is called a clinical diet. Along with that, we add particular supplement in that case. Otherwise, the right age is 16 plus.
Okay, thank you. Let's go ahead with the next question, ma'am.
Yeah.
So the next question is from Neha Patwari, ma'am. She's asking, can you give us the tips to stop hair fall? That is the major question.
Yes, I just mentioned Moringa powder, and I would like everyone, and I need that promise that after this session, also live session, you all are going to incorporate Moringa powder, which is again an organic Moringa powder. I'm specifically saying, because the way it is being made up, you have to be very careful, because you are consuming it, in a form of powder. So just take down 1 teaspoon of Moringa powder, mix with half teaspoon of lemon juice, gulp it with warm water.
Okay.
This is a solution for hair, skin, your bones, your immunity, your antioxidants, everything. Trust me. And if you have a hair fall, always check the derma, and always go to the doctor and check the test done of your scalp. That also matters, because when we have a mixed combination of weather, we have dry and different sort of dandruff category. So if the scalp is not good, even the moringa powder will not be able to help. So
Okay.
it's better to check first, use the right product, wash your head once in a week or 2 times in a week, and add good things like moringa powder. You can have drumstick soups in your diet as a dinner, and you can have good quality of protein, which is again comes from lots of variety. Agar aap non-veg bolenge, to it comes from non-veg. But if you are talking about the veg part, it comes from sprouted moong, it comes from ragi, lots of things.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. And one more question is, where can we get this powder? That's a big question. Where to get,
It's easily available.
available.
It's easily available. Even if you want to go with Amazon has lots of things. Even if nearby your store, if you'll go any Ayurvedic, in fact, I don't know about Patanjali, maybe they have, but it's available on Amazon, which is easy for you to order it online and get it over.
Ma'am, is this the best time, any best time to take this powder
Evening. I told you,
in
evening.
empty stomach?
Because evenings you are like, free. थोड़ा टाइम आपको शायद मिलता होगा 5 बजे के आसपास, 4 बजे, 5 बजे, whatever suits you. But it is better to have it once you have meal. उसके 2 घंटे बाद आपको लेना है. अगर आपने 2 बजे खाना खाया है तो 4 बजे के आसपास you can have it. And don't forget to add lemon juice. आधे नींबू को squeeze करके have with warm water, because it is very difficult to gulp that powder. It tastes like mehndi powder. I'm telling you in advance. But it has very good effect. And at the same time, if you really want a good skin and good hair, have mixed seeds of 1 teaspoon of mixed seeds: sunflower, pumpkin, sesame, chia, all these seeds. आज की डेट में ये सारी चीजें कॉम्बिनेशन में अवेलेबल है. So if you are ordering something, always search for mixed seeds, but they should not be salted. They should be roasted, but not salted. If you are going to consume salty fruit or food, then you are going to add more bloating in your body. Water retention बढ़ जाता है उसमें. And you can have dry fruits at the same time. 1 walnut, 5 almonds. So these are the punch of nutrients which you are going to have it around 5 o'clock. And if you have any doubt, you can ask me on personal phone, no problem.
That's really sweet of you, ma'am.
That's my pleasure. Anything else, like any audience question, or from your side, any question which is coming in your mind and if you want to clarify?
Yeah. Yes. There is one more question, ma'am, that how can we, which are the best protein supplements? We are getting this question from Chetna Panchal, ma'am. She's asking, which are the best protein supplements?
Okay, protein supplements are like too many varieties are available in the market. In fact, frankly speaking, I myself go to the gym. And when we go to the gym, we need particular amount of protein, whether it's a whey protein, whether it's a muscle building protein. So the question is on, like, if somebody is asking for themselves, then I should know their workout pattern.
Yes.
I should know their height, weight. So in general, if you're talking about protein, I would say कि खाने पीने से शायद हमें उतना amount of protein match नहीं कर पाते हम. Because if we try to consume protein from paneer, indirectly you are consuming more fat also.
Okay.
So no, see, it is very difficult for a middle class person to buy tofu all the time to meet that level of protein. Do you consider this point important? We have to follow the diet which is practically possible, as well as it should suit your pocket on your budget. So I make a diet where you can follow your diet, you can buy your products. Even I don't promote broccoli much, I don't promote superfood, I don't promote all what do you call this, सारे बाहर से आए ना, zucchini, broccoli, red bell pepper,
Exotic vegetables.
I don't promote it. आप मेरे घर आइए, you will never find a single superfood in my family.
Oh.
Our gobi, the flour, it has good quality, amazing quality, but depends, if it is raining season, then you cannot consume that flour, right? But you should consume cucumber, which is a good thing. You have hell lot of other things. We should never stick to superfoods. And the question you asked, the protein thing, if she wants to contact me, she can contact me. If she's into any sort of exercise, I would definitely recommend her a good quality of protein. But for a general person, that protein will not work. Because those who are in a high intense workout, that protein will suit them. But for a normal person, like in general, those who are working, they cannot go out for workout. For them, sprouted moong is good. Sprouted moong pila is good. You can have idli out of oats and mix vegetables. There are lots of varieties are available.
Yes. So Ori, I request all the teachers that you can meet personally Neha ma'am.
You can call
we
me.
do.
You can
That is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
We are getting lots of questions, so I'm requesting the audience and the teacher, all other teachers, please contact her, and she will definitely help you. To even whatever are your doubts and queries, you can please meet her regarding this.
Right. Because generally, dekha jaye to, if we are talking to a mass, the crowd. So if I have to give you one diet, if it is helpful for you, that might not be helpful for others. So I would like to actually tell you the diet, but if I tell you the diet, other one will follow and they will not get to see the result. Because I generally suggest diet to everyone. If I'm meeting to my friend, I will suggest her a diet. That sort of person I am. I want everybody should be healthy. Everybody should follow a healthy lifestyle, and don't ignore your routine. You are the pillars of the family. You have to be strong enough to hold your family and for for the long term. So always follow the time. If you cannot follow the time, put an alarm on your phone. Promise me, whosoever is watching this, if you forget the time, if you miss the time, and always put an alarm for your water. Water is very, very important. I know हम बचपन से सुनते आ रहे हैं, water is very important, water is very important. But I want you to incorporate this habit today onwards, now onwards. Put an alarm on every 2 hours.
Okay.
Being a female, being a woman, you need 11 cups of water in a day. How many cups? 11 cups.
11 cups.
It might be different as per your age and height. हो सकता है किसी को 10 हो, किसी को 9 हो, किसी को 12 हो. But the average is 11 cups. So make sure if you're drinking a water, always count the cup or the glasses I'm talking about. If not, at least drink 10 glasses of water. You do that.
Yes. We will promise.
I want to see the blush. I want to see the natural blush.
Oh.
I want you to follow. Agar aapse follow nahi hoga, keep an alarm. Good quality of water. When you want to cheat, when you are going out, always drink 2 glasses of warm water.
Warm water.
Just before you leave. अब आप जब भी कहीं भी जाओगे होटल में कहीं पे आपको मेरी शक्ल याद आएगी.
Yes, definitely.
You will remember my words, right?
That's true, ma'am.
You will
We need to
remember my
follow,
words.
ma'am, in this lifestyle. We need to follow.
Amazing. You won't believe all my clients, they eat everything.
Oh.
They eat pizza, they eat Maggie, they eat potato, they eat everything. But the best part is I have the knowledge of herbs and spices, which is working wonders. Which is available in your kitchen. You don't have to go out and find products. It is like, suiting your budget, suiting your pocket, and easy to consume.
Definitely, ma'am. We will come to meet you in person,
For
personally.
sure. I will come to the Carolets
Oh, that's a better thing. That's really a
For
great.
sure.
That's a superb idea, ma'am.
Yes, for sure. I hope this corona gets over so that we will meet soon. It was a lovely session with you guys. And I hope it is helpful for you also.
Definitely.
100%, ma'am.
On behalf of CPS family, it was a very immense pleasure to have a distinguished guest, Ms. Neha, and disseminating the valuable knowledge and advice towards maintaining good health and nutritious food, which we will definitely instill in our lifestyle. We heartily extend our sincere appreciation and gratitude for this precious interaction. Thank you, Neha ma'am. And thank
my
you,
pleasure.
teachers and audience, for your patience and valuable presence. Wishing you all happy and healthy days ahead. Thank you.
Thank you,
And
Neha
very
ma'am.
happy Teachers' Day to everyone in advance. And
Oh,
I
Thank you
want
so
all
much,
the
ma'am.
teachers should be happy, healthy, and cheerful so that the kids should get a bright future with the healthy pillars.
thank you. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you so
Thank
much,
you
ma'am.
so much. Good day.
Thank you. Good day, ma'am.
Yes.